If you clicked on this video, you know what this video is going to be about. The ghost pistol. And why are we covering the ghost pistol? Well, because A, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween, y'all. And B, it got buffed in the Fortnite patch. So what better thing to do on Halloween than cover a ghost pistol? The ghost pistol, the ghostliest of pistols, returns with some ghoulish buffs, courtesy of Clip's Nightmarish Gunsmithery. Now, when this weapon originally came out last year, I'll be honest, I didn't even review it. I didn't make a video about it, nothing. It was terrible. It was bad. It was really, really bad. However, with this buff, and I do not know exactly what they did to it, it is very, very strong. I honestly feel like it's cheating the game because it kills things so fast. If you've followed this channel for any amount of time, you'll know that I love piercing weapons. The goal of the entire game is to get things into a funnel or a kill tunnel. Then having a weapon that can pierce all of those husks standing in maybe a straight line is as top tier as it gets. On top of that, it pierces one of the only weapons in the game, there's maybe like 3, that pierces riot huskies, who to me are the most annoying enemy in the entire game. We're talking about hitting for on average 450,000 all the way up to 830,000 damage per shot. That pierces. Sorry, my alarm went off. The gun is absurd at the moment. They buffed it. It's fantastic. And on top of that, it doesn't even have the best rolls or the meta rolls right now. And you could probably get it to hit harder than that. The current rolls I have on my ghost pistol are energy, crit rating, reload speed, crit damage, damage to slowed and snared, and damage dealt with this weapon's snares. So, on top of it piercing all the enemies, it slows all the enemies, and it does extra damage when you get the second shot. Normally, it would go from like 730,000 to like 810,000 damage after the second shot on a physical smasher. If you were to hypothetically take this weapon and do something like this, I'm not going to suggest that to you, but if you were to do it, you would hit probably in the 930,000 damage range, putting on another crit damage. In fact, it hits so hard right now, you can get rid of this crit damage, put a fire rate here, and then put a crit rating here. With totally rocking out, it absolutely destroys things. Before we get into the build, I have a quick question for you, and I'm not meaning to come off sarcastic, and it's a quick one. What is wrong with playing the hero that's meant for the weapon? Am I playing the game incorrectly where if I'm playing Beetlejuice, that means I plan on using pistols? If I'm playing a constructor, I plan on using shotguns and hammers. Does not everybody play the game like that? Because I get comments all the time, show this on a non-pistol hero or show this on a regular hero. I'm not using the ghost pistol on any other character except Beetlejuice or any other pistol character. I mean, I could, but why? Every character has its buffs and unique perks to individual things in the game, and I like to play those unique things in the game. If I'm playing Calamity, I'm not using a Blastatron, I'm using a 6-shooter. If I'm playing a soldier, I'm using assault rifles, and I'm not using melee weapons. It's just, let me know down in the comments below, because I do mention it in some videos and I'm curious what the issue is. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the loadout so you guys can feel like you're cheating too. We have, of course, Beetlejuice totally rocking out in this kind of build and way you're gonna go. Totally rocking out is there's nothing, if you're playing a pure DPS character, there's nothing in the game that remotely even comes close to this damage. Blaze of Glory after phase shifting, your pistol and SMG damage by 35% for 4 seconds. We have 6-shooter here, 20% more damage and impact by 25% for the first 6 shots. There's only 6 shots in the magazine, so it's choice. Hip shot, increased pistol and SMG damage by 17%. And lastly, battle beat and sub wafers to unlock. Totally rocking out. If you do not have any of these characters, you could always go with something like Locked and Reloaded or maybe a Teddy perk, and you're still going to absolutely crush things. Crush things. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna say it again. I legit feel like I'm cheating. It's that unfair. Level 160 smashers, 174 smashers, the Storm King all get decimated, put into the dirt. It is so strong. On top of that, it is now one of my favorite weapons in the game to use on a defender. The defenders absolutely smack with this weapon if you put them in front of a trap tunnel. They just sit there, they blast into them, all the shots pierce, they have quick reloads, they do damage. The impact on this weapon is out of control, stunning, staggering, and knocking back smashers, blasters, and everything else in between. The gun is really strong. It does have a huge drawback that I know a lot of people don't like, and it's projectile based and not hit scan. So that means you have to aim your shots, and the projectile speed is a little slower. I think the projectile speed got buffed. I think the impact got buffed, and definitely the damage got buffed. I remember playing with this weapon when it first came out, and like I said, I didn't even make a video on it because I thought it was that bad. Same thing as C-Bot. He's just not worth it to use. The last thing I want to talk about here is the Storm King. This is probably the meta weapon for any kind of Storm King encounter that we're going to get in the future. Currently, the Storm King is kind of hard if you're lower level and don't know what you're doing, but once you get there and you understand the fight mechanics, it out damages a soldier with a bundle bus. It out damages a sniper soldier as well. The Beetlejuice absolutely smacks with this weapon. Having the mobility on the phase shift really helps in those fights as well. Plus, you can group up the enemies and basically one-shot them all. It goes through Riot Huskies, it goes through Shielders, it goes through everything. You're not going to use it as your absolute main weapon for just running around the map and killing things. For defenses, for defenders, when they're in the tunnel, I don't think this gun can be beat by right now. The footage you've seen is smasher waves back to back, actually, and it wasn't even a challenge. This gun feels like I'm cheating. Make sure to pick it up in the store right now. So worth it. It hits hard. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And that's it, guys, the Ghost Pistol. Make sure to pick this up, try it out, let me know what you think. I'm very curious if you guys are finding it as fun as I am. I know I'm going to be playing Beetlejuice for the upcoming weeks. It's really strong on the Storm King and great in regular missions too. Remember, this Saturday at 11 a.m. at twitch.tv/RoundedTikTak, we're doing our 3rd annual Extra Life charity event. If you guys want to win some Fortnite t-shirts, posters, and hats, I'm going to have 4 swag bags to give away. It's going to be a fun event. We're trying to raise $250. If you guys can come, that'd be fantastic, and show some support. We are raising money for children's hospitals. If you guys can make it, that would be great. If you guys are looking for a way to support the channel in any way, you can always use creator code OOTikTakOO. And lastly, I stream 5 days a week over at twitch.tv/RoundedTikTak. So if you want to see all this testing done live and want to hang out and get to know the crew, then come by and say what's up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. TikTak out.